The dark highway, it was a stormy night, and Sarah was driving home from a late-night shift at work. As she drove down the deserted highway, the GPS led her to take a shortcut through a dense forest. As she drove deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to close in around her, and the storm grew more intense. Suddenly, the car's headlights flickered and died, plunging Sarah into darkness. She got out of the car to investigate and found that the engine was dead. As she stood there, she heard a strange noise, the sound of footsteps, crunching through the gravel on the side of the road. Sarah tried to shine her phone's flashlight down the road, but the light was too weak. She began to walk down the road, calling out for help, but her voice was swallowed up by the storm. As she walked, the footsteps grew louder, and Sarah could tell that someone, or something, was following her. She quickened her pace, but the footsteps kept pace with her. Suddenly, Sarah stumbled upon an old, abandoned gas station. She ran inside, hoping to find shelter and a phone to call for help. But as she looked around, she realized that she was not alone. There were old, rusty cars parked inside the gas station, and Sarah could have sworn that she saw movement out of the corner of her eye. She tried to call out for help again, but her voice was hoarse from screaming. As she turned to leave, Sarah saw a figure standing in the doorway. It was tall, gaunt, and had eyes that glowed like embers in the dark. Sarah tried to run, but her legs were frozen in terror. The figure began to move towards her, its eyes fixed on hers, and then everything went black. The next morning, the police found Sarah's car, abandoned on the side of the road, but Sarah was never seen again. Some say that on stormy nights, you can still hear Sarah's screams echoing through the deserted highway. Others claim to have seen her ghostly figure walking down the road, forever trapped in that terrifying moment. But one thing is certain: the dark highway is a place where terror and horror come alive, and where the living are not welcome.